Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Still keep smiling, okay, for this afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. Today, I want to introduce you about Gentiras Credit Union. But for the first time, I want to ask you, what do you remember about 2020 year? Maybe, Marcelo, could you help me? What about you remember in 2020?
Coronavirus disease, work from home.
Okay, thank you. In 2020, together we learned that there is a pandemic, and that was a big problem. Change our daily activity. It's made us to create a new normal. So it happens at the time. Who can guarantee that in the next year, in the 2023, together we learned, we heard that there is an issue about recession, right? And to prepare for the next year, for the next pandemic or others problem that we can find in the next year, I want to introduce to you about credit union movement. Talk about Gentiras Credit Union. Credit union movement. It will be cannot be spirited from Frederick Wilhelm Raffation. He is a German mayor who conceived the idea of cooperative self-help. At the time, the problem is poverty and dependency, financial dependency especially. And then he found that there are 3S formula, which is self-help, self-governance, and self-responsibility. That means that credit union always try to helping people to help themselves. And in Gentiras Credit Union, in Lampung, we have Gentiras Credit Union. This is that I want to introduce to you. Gentiras Credit Union have a tagline that we will building common prosperity. And about Gentiras Credit Union, I do believe most of you doesn't know about it, and I will tell you about a little history about Gentiras Credit Union, which is established at 1988. So it's about 34 years old, and then we have more than 8,000 active members. That's so big, and then more than 160 billion rupiah asset. Talking about Gentiras Credit Union, also talk about product and services. Credit union focus on the human as the main asset. So Gentiras Credit Union product and service always based on the member's name. I will tell you about some product and services in Gentiras Credit Union. Okay, Gentiras Credit Union only have two main products. There is saving and interlending product. For the saving product, there are Sibuhan. It's about daily saving. And then Sipendik, educational saving. And then Simula, retired saving. And Sangaji, preparation of worship saving. Sisuka, deposit saving. Sidara, vehicle saving. And Siraka, ownership of asset saving. All of our need will be prepared by the saving product. And then for the interlending, it's about loan product, which is there we have four products. The first one is regular loan, and the second agricultural loan, third is vehicle loan, and for the last ownership of asset loan. And services, as I said before, that we learned from Raffation that the most important is to help the people, not about the money. So, empowering is the way to create financial independence, and to realize it, Gentiras Credit Union services the members by training and educational program. This is the product that others financial sector doesn't have. We have motivation training, elementary training, financial literacy, accountancy course, digital marketing course. And for the service, we have healthy fund, Daperta or members protection fund. This is about the performance overview of Gentiras Credit Union at the end of this year or 2022. As we see together, in 280, there are only 6,850 members. It's always growing up until in the end of 2022, there are 8,801 members. That shows that although we find difficulties in pandemic moment, we're still growing up. And the special of Gentianas Credit Union, we will still have dividend. Then this is the part of dividend share. 55% is for the members dividend, and 45% is divided into some fund. There are 20% for reserve fund, and then 8% for educational fund, and then 8% for directors and supervisor fund, and the 5% for employee fund, and the 4% for educational fund. Credit union always talk about education. That's why educational fund we prepare on dividend share. And then assets in billion rupiahs, we always growing up too. In 2090, it's about 120 billion rupiahs, and then growing up in 2019 about 125 billion rupiahs. Until now, it's around 163 billion rupiahs. Some people say that pandemic, that's very difficult, but the fact that people still save the money, that shows that it's very important for us to save the money to prepare for the everything. This is the service area of Gentianas Credit Union. There are one main office in Pring Sewu and 3 branch office in Pagelaran, Ambarawa, and Lampung Timur, and we have 5 veranda service. We want to try to reach all of people in Lampung, but now we still start at that point. I hope someday we can reach all of territory in Lampung. This is about cooperative, that we know that the members is the main power. So member meeting, annual member meeting always held every year, and then there are some boarders. We have 5 boarders and 3 supervisors. And this is the employee of Public Gentianas, which is the chief of Gentianas Credit Union, Mrs. Maria Wahyu Wulandari. And then we divided into some division. You can see from this one. Okay, is it beautiful, right? Gentianas Credit Union, that's why I use a cap today. This is very important for us to prepare everything that we don't know what will be happening in the future. This cap protect my head from the hot weather. So protect yourself by joining Gentianas Credit Union and to be the best pairs of you. Thank you.
Okay. What should I ask? Okay. When becoming a new member of Gentianas Credit Union, what can you suggest? We have to save first, right? We have to have the saving first before we take the loan.
Yeah.
And what kind of saving product that you suggest for a member to make them have a good financial situation?
Okay, thank you. The first one, I want to know about the members. Is it a young family or is it all older? If it's a young family, it's better to have sipendik siraka because it's to prepare themselves to have a house and to prepare the educational fund for their children. I think that's two product the main important for them. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Oh iya, ini